Hey there, filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show. And a while back on the show, we took a trip to Olive Garden and came back with some cheese stuffed meatballs that were kid chef inspired. One of Ramsey's shows. And I just recently walking through, we have a Walmart neighborhood supermarket store around here, and walking through the frozen food aisle, I stumbled across the Sam's Choice spicy cheese stuffed meatballs. And there's the package you're looking for if you're looking for those in stores. Take all that in. These ones here, they're claiming flame broiled pork and beef meatballs stuffed with spicy cheese, jalapeno, and red peppers. That sounds damn good. It says flame broiled. And as I was holding that up there for you to check out the package, on the back it says spicy cheese stuffed meatballs. How do we make our spicy custom seasoned meatballs even better? And they go on to say that they flame broil them to lock in the flavor. And then blah 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 about the peppers and the cheese. Does it say what kind of cheese? It just says creamy delicious cheese blend. So they're not going to give up that information so easily. So yeah, take a good close look at that right there. I'm going to crack open the box. We're going to get a good look at those. I do notice that on the back, the conventional oven, it says to preheat the oven to 350, and you know, you put the meatballs on a baking tray, 20 minutes or until hot. And then in the microwave, it says place one frozen meatball on a microwave safe dish and heat on high for 1 minute or until hot. Who's going to microwave these one by one? What the fuck ever. Let me crack open this box. Let's look at our meatballs. And I think, because of course we're going to do these, you know, they're meatballs. Of course we're going to do them in the oven. But I think I am going to put one in the microwave just to see how that turns out. And we'll do a little compare. Alright, so here's our ball sack right there. Get a close look. Alright, you want to sniff my ball sack? Get close to the camera there. Cut that shit out. You know you can't smell through the damn thing. These are decent sized meatballs right here. You can see what it's like. The cheese is already coming out of them though. So they didn't seal them very well. I guess, what do you expect for a generic grocery store? Walmart at that. Alright, so we've already preheated the oven to 350. So I'm going to run down there and do all that. And come back and we'll see what we have. Alright, stick around. Alright guys, we're back. We've got our Sam's Choice spicy cheese stuffed meatballs. I cooked 3 of them in the oven, and I cooked 1 of them in the microwave. There were 8 altogether. 4 went back in the freezer. Alright, so good close-up shot. Here's what we got going on. Over here's our microwavable one. You can see it did, you know, it bled out. There was some bursting. It did leak out, sticking to the plate. It's going to happen, glass, paper, doesn't matter. Over here, we do see these are our 3 from the oven, and to be honest with you, there's those guys. This is the one from the microwave. They all really look alike. The only thing that we didn't see with the oven version is, you know, the bursting and bleeding out. That we don't see here. Little stickage on that there. But yeah, I mean the same little dots that we saw through the package. You know, not what we see over here, where it's just, you know, half the cheese is gone already. Alright, let's start with the microwave one. Let's cut it in half and take a peek at what we got going on inside. Saw the cheese come flying out of there like a big pop pimple? Weird. So, yeah, as you can see, kind of hollow. Not a whole lot going on in there. We did lose a bunch of it out onto the plate, and right there was the hemorrhage spot. That's where it all kind of bled out right there. Alright, so I'm going to take a snap at this half here, the one that has all the cheese, or at least half the cheese still left in it. It looks like the other half is the one that has the peppers though. Hopefully it's a good blend. Alright, I expect this to taste like every microwavable cheeseburger I've ever had in my life. But here we go. Kind of tastes like your typical average spicy meatball. Honestly, like a frozen meatball. That's what it tastes like. Was that cheese? Couldn't really tell. There was somewhere between cheese and grease, basically. No real distinguishable flavor there on the microwavable version. On the filling, I do get the peppery burn, like a little bit of a heat. Pretty mild though, nothing too hot. Overall, pretty tasty. Texture-wise though, yeah, mostly it's like frozen meatball but there's like almost like skim. It comes off like natural casing style, almost like sausage on the outside. And that's really what this tastes like a spicy sausage meatball. Yeah, it actually has like a little bit of the snap, a little bit of the chew that you would find with natural casing. Alright, on to the oven ones. I've had a little chance to cool off. Go ahead and split one of those. And okay, this is how we see with most of them. Like most of our microwave stuff is like this. Here's the oven one I just cut open. See how it's still filled? Man, this is why I cannot recommend oven bake enough to you guys. Because of this. Alright, here we go. Let me give that a try. And right before I do though, like the outside of these meatballs, because they were in there in the oven, kind of crusty. I like that. Now, it's pretty much the same in flavor and texture. You know, the little crustiness there, it doesn't really transfer through in any of the texture and the bite and the chew itself. Yeah, it's almost identical. The only difference is that you don't lose half your shit when you do it in the oven, and it takes longer. And your electricity bill might be higher. But other than that, they're pretty much the same, which is crazy too, because you look at it, you can see where this one's pretty moist looking. You can see the microwave one is kind of dried out looking. Yeah, they taste exactly the same, they chew exactly the same, and they're pretty tasty. You go with like a ranch dip, they go with a marinara dip. There's like a ton of different kinds of things that you can do with these. Not too bad. These would probably be pretty stellar on a sub. But either way you go, you got a pretty good snack here. I'm giving these a high 4 out of 5. Alright, so there you have it. It's the Sam's Choice Spicy Cheese Stuffed Meatballs. Give them a go. I recommend them. I'm Mr. Dirty. It's the GTM show. Don't forget you can buy our Knucklehead t-shirts and hoodies down in the description. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Real Mr. Dirty. And as always, get out of here. Go have a ride today.